are listening to Balloon Killers. I'm your host, Chrissy Riley, and each episode I'll be talking to someone from the world of cowboy mounted shooting, which is one of the most exciting and fastest growing equestrian sports. Hold on to your hats because it's going to get western. Hi everyone, welcome to episode 48 of Balloon Killers. If you are watching this on video, you will see that I am in a different location and I am with someone very special to me. Introduce yourself, Kim.
Oh, that's so sweet. I'm Kim Schoenfeld, Chrissy's partner in crime when we travel. We are sitting in the party bus. Don't know how we got that name, but people must think we like to party.
And we don't like to party very much. We're actually people who go to bed really early at night, so that's kind of funny. But Kim, if you've seen any of my videos of dancing at shoots on Facebook, Kim is one of my shooting besties, and Celista, our third shooting bestie, is at home baking her baby, so we're missing her, but happy to be here.
Yes, very happy to be here.
And we started off our week with the Cactus Classic. We didn't make the Southwest Regional because we went to the Colorado Regulators shoot on Saturday. We left the Colorado Regulators shoot, went back to Kim's house, and then left her house at midnight to come down to Arizona. We arrived about 3 p.m. on Sunday, and then we were ready to go Monday for the Cactus Classic. I came off a clean shoot at the Colorado Regulators shoot on Saturday. So I came in very excited and very hopeful about how things were going to go for me. But unfortunately, my Cactus Classic didn't quite go as I thought it would. First stage, I dropped 1, I think. Second stage, I dropped 3. And from there, I couldn't recover it. How about you? How did your Cactus go?
My first stage, I dropped 3 right off the bat. I was like, "Ooh, this is not good. This is not good." Second stage was clean. My horse is running hard and good, and he's got more to give. I just don't have to faster trigger finger yet, but we're getting there.
And then yesterday we started the Winter Championship, and it was cavalry day for me. I only did the cavalry yesterday. And first stage, clean. It was a great
Great.
stage.
Yeah.
Yep, Mr. Bear is going well. Second stage was a tough one for Mr. Bear, actually. It was that 2 full circles around the barrel, and he moved out pretty nicely. I missed one on the second stage, but overall, I think it was a successful cavalry stage for me. You did
Pretty
the
well.
eliminator yesterday?
I did do the eliminator. Gosh, and it was a dumpster fire. Like, I don't want to relive it.
Moving on to the next one. So today we started our main match, and both of us had a really good day
Yeah.
main match.
Yeah. I think we were able to both redeem ourselves, and it was a good day. It was a really good day.
So 2 more days left of Winter Championship. Tomorrow we've got
Mhm.
stages 3 and 4, Saturday stage 5. Hoping to, neither of us are clean, but both of us only have 1 penalty. So hoping to keep it that way.
Yeah. Clean is good. Smooth is good. So,
Yes, watch this space because I'm sure I'm going to update you on the next podcast. My guests for this episode were the CMSA Hall of Fame inductees for 2025. Deana Miller was the 2015 Bronze AQHA Amateur, the 2009 Level 1 World Champion, and the 2019 Level 4 World Champion, and she has multiple regional and state championships. Eddie Miller, her husband, was the 2009 Men's 1 Eastern Champion and the 2021 Senior Men's 3 Western Champion, and also he holds multiple state and regional championships.
that's going to be exciting. Can't wait for that episode.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Well, let's just get right into it. Whereabouts are you both located, and which club do you shoot with?
Well, we are located in Jet, Oklahoma. We've lived here for God ever, 40 years at least.
It's in northwest Oklahoma. It's not far from the Kansas line.
Okay.
So we kind of started with Kansas shooting with their club because they were closer. We had our own club for a while, for many years, till we just kind of got exhausted of doing that. So we actually shoot in clubs in Oklahoma and Kansas.
Does that mean a lot of traveling for you just to get to a shoot?
No, we don't go to an extended amount of local shoots because we do all the majors.
Mm-hmm.
We go to every major.
That's a lot. That's a lot of traveling just for the majors.
Just for the majors, especially taking off work. It's hard to fit the local shoots in when you're taking off 10 days at a time to go to the majors. But you get a little more bang for your buck when you go to the majors. So,
are you going to Winters this year?
Yes.
Yay, then I will see you there in person.
Yes.
Yep.
We're looking forward to it.
Me too. I am looking forward to some warm weather because it's been chilly here in Colorado.
Yes, it was 19 degrees when I got off work at 3 o'clock this afternoon. So it's too cold.
Yes, indeed. How long have you both been shooting?
We started shooting in 2009, so it'll be 17 years in July.
And you started both at the same time together?
Yes, yes.
How did you get into it?
I actually seen a deal in Western Horseman about it, and it intrigued me. And then I seen a deal on TV, on RFD TV, a little deal about it. And I currently wasn't riding, had rode most of my life, but my job, my profession had kind of taken over, and I'd quit riding. And Deana was still riding and doing hunter jumpers and some other stuff. And I said, man, I'd kind of like to see that. I'd like to go to one of them. And it was probably a year, maybe two. And she said, hey, they're having that mounted shooting at Equifest in Kansas. Do you want to go? And I said, sure. So she booked us a hotel room, and we went and watched it. And I was like, that is some cool stuff. That is so cool. And we bought a living quarters trailer while we was there that weekend, and we started buying guns, and we started on horses that we owned at the time, but we jumped in both feet.
Yeah, you were committed from the get-go.
Yeah. The first shoot we went to was in Kansas, and my oldest son and us all shot, and we all shot off the same horse. It was the only horse that we had that would accept the gunfire. But it was quite the experience. We were hooked after that first shoot. Kingman, Kansas.
Yeah. And we started buying horses and guns, and from then.
And your whole family shoots, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your family.
We have two boys, Trey and Will. Trey is 30. He'll be 33 this year, and Will is 23. Will grew up in the Wrangler program. So when we started shooting, he was, I think, 6. And most everybody in CMSA knows him as probably the orneriest kid in CMSA because he was
Wild Will.
Wild Will was his nickname. So he grew up in it, and he does very well. I think the Wrangler program really helped him out a lot, where my older son was 15. So he already knew how to ride and was an avid hunter and rode hunter jumpers. I think that helped him excel, where Will, the Wrangler program, helped him learn to ride and course management.
What was the transition like, Deana, from hunter jumper to mounted shooting? I kind of same thing, but
she was a barrel racer before.
Before I showed hunter jumpers, I college rodeoed, so I rode barrel horses, and all my life I rode. My dad, we didn't have much growing up, but we always had good horses. That was his priority, and so I grew up 4-H, play days, little open rodeos, and then of course when I went to college, I'd college rodeo. So.
How about you, Eddie? What was your background? You said you rode all your life. What did you do with horses?
Well, I started out, we was actually going to the same 4-H horse shows when we was kids. And of course I didn't know her then, but we was going to the same horse shows. And then I got into the rodeo life, and I rode bareback horses and bulls. And when we met, I was in college on the rodeo team doing that. And team roped a little, wasn't necessarily my thing really.
Well,
Yeah,
clearly, this was a sport that you both loved because you got committed pretty quickly with your living quarters trailer, your guns, and got right into it. What is it that
right.
you love about it?
I think it is the atmosphere, and the atmosphere is night and day difference between the shooting world and the show world. Um, Whereas the hunter jumper, when you knocked a rail, they were clapping because they were happy you were not doing well.
Mhm.
Whereas mounted shooting, if I had a piece of equipment break or my horse come up lame, there was always somebody at the gate saying, "Here, use my guns," or "I got a horse that'll fit you fine. Come borrow my horse so I could finish the match." And we've made so many friends that are more like family.
They've
And
become family.
Yeah.
It's the camaraderie. It's it's a relaxed. Everybody's there to help you out. It's and these friends have become family over all these years.
Yeah, I'm feeling the same thing, and I'm relatively new to shooting, but I'm already feeling like some of my shooting friends are some of my best friends in my life right now.
absolutely,
Absolutely,
it's like a big family reunion every major we go to because we get to see
and
our
it is.
friends that are they're our family. So uh, I look forward to those more than I do the holidays because they're our extended family.
Yeah, I can understand that. Now, you must have given so much to shooting because at Worlds in 2025, you were inducted into the CMSA Hall of Fame. How did that feel?
It knocked my socks off.
Yeah,
I was. It meant so much.
absolutely.
I mean, I almost cried. I mean, it was overwhelming. It it's the highest achievement you could maintain in my mind.
Right.
Um, it really meant a lot.
Yeah, I was speechless for sure. Definitely shocked because there are so many people that I feel are more deserving. So I was completely honored that we were given that award um, because it meant a lot. So
Yeah, you'll
It
go
did.
down in history, in mounted shooting
absolutely,
history
yeah.
now. Such an accomplishment.
Very honored. Very honored.
What's your day job for both of you, and how does that work with or against mounted shooting?
Well, I am a registered nurse. I'm a charge nurse on an adolescent psych unit. So I work 40 plus hours a week, typically more like 65 to 70, because of course there's a nursing shortage everywhere. Um, so I have to plan around work to go to events. So I get the list of what I want to go to all year, and then as soon as Worlds is over, I'm putting my requests in. So I get those dates off work. Um, and the company I work for is very generous working with me with that. But they also know I'm the one to call when they need someone to come in right now. So,
Yeah.
but it does make it challenging as far as having time to ride and keeping our horses in shape, practicing. But I love my job and I love shooting, so I get to do a little bit of both.
I have cotton trucks and I haul cotton during cotton season. So I only work through the winter part of the year. So the rest of the year, I just do some odd jobs, some mowing and stuff, work with my tractor. And so it leaves me open to travel through the summer. Um, and helps her because then I'm home to take care of the horses and get the rig ready to travel for the road.
Teamwork makes the dream work, right?
Absolutely.
What's your favorite shoot each year and why? It sounds like the big ones that you go to are the majors. Do you have a
Yeah.
favorite major?
Um, well, we were kind of talking about this. That probably our all-time favorite shoot no longer happens, and that was the Will Lannis shoot. It was
Spearfish, South Dakota.
The Lannis family put it on, and it was just a great time. You're out in the middle of nowhere, didn't have any cell service, so work couldn't reach you. It was a true vacation spot. And of course, we had some time off where we could go down and see Deadwood and the Washington Monument, or not Washington Monument, the Mount Rushmore. So it was educational for our kids too when we went. But since they no longer have that, I think one of my favorites is Joe and April Secretera's shoot, the Pistols on the Prairie.
Because they both was very family oriented. It was sitting around eating. It was no pressure, a good time socializing. That's what them had in common. And back to the family deal. I mean, it's kind of like just being there with your family.
Yeah, the Secretary shoot is on my list for this year.
Yeah.
But major wise, probably Easterns and Las Vegas are two of our favorite majors. I mean, they're both. I tell everybody that if they've never been to Vegas, they need to go at least one time because it's an experience.
Yeah, I did it last year, and because everybody who I interviewed on the podcast had said you have to go to Vegas, and they were absolutely right. It really was a very special event, and
It's
really
an experience.
It really is. Well, you must have had many wins over the years because you've been doing this for such a long time. What's your favorite win and why? What stands out to you?
For me, it's hard for me to choose because I've won world twice, and that is the ultimate. So I won world in 2009 as a ladies one, our first year shooting, and then I won in 2018 as a ladies four. But my all-time favorite doesn't have a buckle that goes with it. In 2024, I knew I was retiring my older gilding, and that was Worlds was our last match together, and didn't do well in my class, but did well to qualify for the senior incentive, and we won the senior incentive. So for a change, I didn't let my old guy down, and he got a victory lap. And so that is probably my proudest moment.
I suppose, like everybody, that first buckle I won when we had only been shooting a few months, and we went to our first major in Easterns in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, and I won the men's ones class, and that was pretty important. I mean, and later on, I've had some other really significant wins that I thought. Will Lannis was one of them because it was almost like a major with the amount of people there, and you see people that you don't see around the country because they come from the north that we don't see down here much. And always I won Vegas a couple of times, and that's a tough venue. We see people from the west and the north that we don't compete with often, and they're tough. So you win Vegas. You've done pretty good.
I couldn't believe the amount of people. I'd never been to a major before. Vegas was my first major, and I couldn't believe how many people were there. It was incredible. So I can't imagine, Deana, you were talking about your victory lap. I can't imagine what it feels like to have the chance to do a victory lap, having, competed against all of those people. It must feel
Absolutely, because it was a tough group of, I was a senior ladies 5 at the time, and against the senior lady 6s, and Kelly Shryock, she is one tough lady, and I just knew she was going to go out there and lay it down, and I was the last one to go and happened to sit there watching them all go and thinking, oh my God, I'm going to throw up the whole time. But, like I said, it was probably, I don't have anything to show for it other than the memory and the picture that Holly Jackson took, but it is by far the best win I ever had.
Do you have a favorite pattern or a favorite type of pattern?
For me, my favorite pattern is the candy cane, 59, and I don't really know why. It just always has been my favorite. Jack, my old horse, he would just knock. If I shot my balloons, we were going to do good. So that's probably my favorite pattern.
The Serpentine is mine. It's course 62. It's just a good flowing pattern, and I've had really good success with it. I've won the senior incentive with that pattern a time or two, and I just like that pattern.
Yeah, it must hold a special place in your heart when you win
Yeah.
from a specific pattern.
And it's welcoming to see when the courses are dropped that it's one of them.
Yeah. I have that with the wedge. The wedge is my favorite one. And I think it's my favorite one because the very first time I ran it was the first time I really let my horse go and got a flow, got that feeling, that feeling of flow. And I'll never forget that. So every time I see the wedge now, I'm like, yes, that's my pattern.
Yeah.
But yeah, the box used to be one of my favorite patterns, but it was my horse's favorite pattern, not mine necessarily, but he's retired.
I don't think I know which one that one is.
The box, it's the one where there's one on the balloon on the barrel. The balloon on the barrel you have to shoot last, so it's just a big circle around the barrel.
It's a box around the barrel.
Yeah, got it. Yeah.
Years ago, I can remember sitting in the holding area, and it was a pattern that I hated. It's not in the book anymore. It was called the meat grinder. And I remember sitting there saying, I hate this pattern. And I think it was Dawn Smitley was sitting next to me, and she said, no, Deana, that's your favorite pattern. You got to put that in your head. That's your favorite pattern. And so then I got to where I told myself that whenever it was my least favorite pattern, and I typically would do better. So that was my lesson learned from her, was it's my favorite pattern.
That's a top tip right there. I've got to tell myself that one with the eyebrow. The eyebrow is like my nemesis. It's the one when I see it.
As well as a lot of people.
So next time I see the eyebrow, I'm going to say that is my favorite pattern. Who or what has been instrumental in your success? And that could be horses, it could be people, it could be strategies.
I think for me, I'm blessed that we get to do this. So I've got to say that I thank God for us to be able to have the means to do this and to travel. But also, I went to a lot of different clinics and got a little bit from several top competitors. So I can't really put my finger on just one person. I went to a Kurt Moore clinic. I went to a Jesse Kuka clinic. I went to a Kendall Lonsang clinic. And of course, Jimmy Allen, a lot of people don't really know him anymore. He doesn't shoot anymore. Spent a lot of time with Jimmy Allen, and he really helped me a lot.
Let's say Jimmy Allen helped us when we started. When we started buying horses, we started getting horses from him. He sold a lot of horses, and he provided us with some very good ones that made it to where we didn't have to concentrate on what we was riding. We could go enjoy ourselves and be competitive on very good horses, and that made it easy and made us successful.
Yeah, I think I'm experiencing some of that now because the horse that I'm riding, he's pretty new to shooting. I started him in shooting last year, and all I could focus on most of last year was getting him round the darn pattern and, getting him through the gate and turning the barrel not too wide. But just the past few shoots, I think actually right before Worlds, we had a turning point and I was actually able to just focus on my shooting finally. And that feeling is just so special and so important.
Yeah, and it's hard to learn and train a horse at the same time. So I think we were both blessed to have really good horses that, and now that we have to retire both of them, it's a little more difficult because we're bringing along new horses, which thank God we're both seasoned shooters, so it's not as difficult, but
we are starting over.
It's like starting over with young horses, but we've got two good young ones, and they're going to make great horses. So they have big shoes to fill, though.
My question for you, Deana, is what's something special that we should all know about Eddie?
Well, not to sound cheesy, but not only is he my husband, he's my best friend. And with him, if you are one of his friends, that means that you have a friend for life. And he's loyal and he's true and he's always going to be in your corner and he's always going to be cheering you on. And there's always going to be Coors Light and Diet Coke in the ice chest.
Eddie, same question for you, but about Deana.
Well, people should know how much time she gives up at these shoots. So the shoot runs so well. She's taking care of business and offices and keeping the timing hut going, the announcer stand going, and she's given up time to make sure everything goes well for them. And she's given up time. She's not warming up her horse. She's not taking care of her horse where everybody else has that opportunity. And she gives that time up for them. She cares that much about the sport that she gives that up for other people.
And I think that speaks to exactly why you are both inducted into the CMSA Hall of Fame, because you both give so much to the sport and you're people that we all need to be looking up to and learning from to continue that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. But it's my pleasure. I enjoy helping put on the shoots. In fact, when we go to a shoot that we aren't helping with, I don't know about him. He does a lot in the arena with the range masters, but I find myself bored not knowing what to do with myself because I'm supposed to be doing something. So it's hard when we go to a match that we're not working at to just sit back and relax and enjoy our horses and each other.
Oh, don't get that mistaken. I enjoy that too.
I know that feeling because I've been secretary for one of the local clubs in Colorado. And so when I go to the other club shoot in Colorado, I'm twiddling my thumbs, feeling like I should be in the office. There's something that needs to be done. And I'm not very good at just sitting there and watching.
Yeah.
Well, we just turned into a new year, 2026. What are you both excited about this year?
I'm excited to see what comes, what's new. I mean, growth is wonderful, and gosh, we've got so many changes that happened this year with new owners and new people. I'm excited to see what happens. I mean, and it wasn't bad before, but there's new things to come. I'm excited to see how
Yep.
how it grows.
Absolutely. That's exactly what I was thinking. Just the future of our sport under new management. And like he said, nothing was wrong with it before. But I'm excited to see where it's going to go from here.
I've enjoyed all the people from the past, from Dan Plaster and Jim Rogers, and they've done a great job of getting it to where it's at. And I think this is part of going up that hill, and I think we've got great new owners, and I know they've got new ideas, and I'm excited to see what becomes.
Absolutely.
Thank you for taking that approach and being so positive. And thank you so much for taking this time to talk to me. It has been such a pleasure, and I'm looking forward to catching up with you in person at the majors this year.
Yeah,
Yep.
Absolutely.
Thanks for inviting us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thank you so much, Deana and Eddie. It was a privilege to get to meet and talk with the 2025 CMSA Hall of Fame inductees. If there are balloon killers you would like to hear interviewed, please email me on balloonkillers@gmail.com. That's balloonkillers, all one word, @gmail.com. And if you are traveling home from Arizona on Saturday or Sunday, please travel safely.